Alright, hello guys. Yeah, this is gonna be my review for Insurgency Sandstorm. Now, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about a select few things. You'll see them coming up soon. But I just want to say, I have no idea if this game was a waste of money or not, or if you guys should buy it. But you can sort it out yourself in the video. So yeah. Anyway, let's begin. First I'm going to be talking about is the first impression I had from the game, what I thought about it when I saw it in stocks, and what I first got it when I played it. Now, that is going to take quite, maybe a few minutes. Yeah. Second of all, I'm going to be talking about the gameplay, what's in the game and all that, and what I like about it, what I don't like about it. That's also going to be very long, since there are some flaws in the gameplay. Either your teammates being shit at the game, you being shit at the game, the enemy being shit at the game, having to camp his little ass off in the corner with an SMG. Now, the third one is going to be the bugs, and that's going to be the longest one, because this game was only enhanced for people who play on PS5. Anyways, let's begin. Now, first impression when I saw this game, I already, saw lots of videos on it on PC, and I thought, oh, cool, a realistic shooter game. I just hoped it went out for console, but at that time when I saw it, it didn't seem to, be coming out, sadly. And then, we got an announcement, it's going to be coming out on consoles in a few months. And me, of course, very excited. I really wanted to get the game. And I have no idea if that really was a mistake or not, because, well, it's either my mistake about it or their mistake that they only enhance it for PlayStation 5 players, because I barely see anybody on the PlayStation 5 playing. So I have no idea if this is cross-gen or not, but I don't think anybody I see here plays with the PlayStation 5. Now, I really hope it isn't crossplay, because I have a friend that also has a game that plays on PlayStation 5, and it's going to be annoying for that. And basically, those were my first impressions what I got from the game, and when I started playing the game, I just thought, what? I did not get the game because it just lacked the things it had on PC, and I get it, it was calibrated for PlayStation, but they took out some of the most major parts that made it such a good game, like the ragdolls are way worse on PlayStation. They were really good on PC, if you ever seen a ragdoll video on it. The ragdolls used to be realistic, but yeah, not anymore, I guess, sadly. It really sucks they had to, enhance it. Like, you could have enhanced it a little bit better, but they didn't. And then again, I'm not the one to be complaining about this. It already took them long enough to release it. They probably went through a lot, so I'm gonna cut them some slack on this. I'm not a professional game reviewer. Yeah. Right, well, I guess we're going on to the gameplay then. The gameplay, what I like about this game is it can be realistic at some times, but sometimes it can be just what the actual fuck is happening. And the gameplay is really just, your teammates basically. If your teammates are retards, don't check their corners, yeah, you're not gonna have a fun game. If they do check their corners but go rushing in anyways, yeah, you shouldn't do that. You really shouldn't. First check your corners. First, always check your corners. Then be sure there's teammates behind you to cover you whenever you die. But I don't think people who play Insurgency Sandstorm really get that, sadly. Now, it can be a variation between slow pace and fast pace, from what I've learned. You can either, if your teammates are good, if you have game mode like push, it can be fast paced. If your teammates are shit on push, well, you probably can get some snacks and some water bottle, because it's gonna take approximately 6 hours, it feels like. So yeah, you better get stocking up on some food, some drink, because if you don't, you're gonna die of dehydration, or you're just gonna die from fucking, I don't know, a stroke, because how shit your teammates are. That could also happen. But if you're playing front lines with a shitty team, yeah, just say bye to all your valuable time, because that isn't gonna work. Front lines is, I like to compare it to Battlefield 1's front line, because it almost is the exact same like it. Like, instead of, you know, it being World War One, it's like some weird Afghanistan Taliban shooter with, I don't know, America or some private military corps, like, actually I cannot think about any private military corporations. And I just, you know, use Taliban to identify the terrorists, because sometimes they do look like the Taliban. But at least the game has a sense of good customization. I like the customization in the game. It is pretty good, but sometimes it can be a bit glitchy, because you can go on something for insurgents, and then all of a sudden it says, oh yeah, no, you have an item equipped for insurgents. Wait, no, no. Yeah, you have a security, like the security team, which is, you know, the exact opposite of the insurgents. They're basically like, you know, I guess US soldiers you can call them, but it's about, you know, I can't get to words because my English is being shittier than it's normally. You know what, fucking up. I'm giving up, I'm not gonna say the word, but yeah, you can have like a I think it's like an OpsCore fast helmet with cannons on it, and you can have it on, for some reason it shows it's available for insurgents sometimes, and when you click on it, it doesn't equip because the customization is a bit glitched. But then again, they released it 2 days ago, so yeah, it probably is going to be, you know, full of those things happening and all that. I'm going to get, you know, to the bugs later on in this video, but I'm just going to get over the core details of the gameplay from what I've experienced. If I'm going to give you some tips, even though I just started playing this game not even 24 hours ago. Like, whilst recording this video, I played this game like 15 hours ago. I haven't even played it for a full day. It's the only thing I've played for that entire day. But I'm gonna give you some tips. Always run an AK-47 with a bipod and a high-powered scope. You might think, why would you do that to a gun? That's weird. Believe me, you can shred through the enemy with it. It's so easy to get kills with a gun with the bipod and a high-powered scope. I have no idea why. Well, the only problem is when everybody does it in the lobby, everybody's probably going to be camping at their own spawn waiting for the enemy to come, but that's never going to happen. So you aren't really going to, you know, hurry up with the entire progress. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with it. But the gun is very good, and also I highly recommend you use the Demolitions or the Gunner class, because Demolitions gets a fucking RPG. Yeah, it gets an RPG and some other explosives like a mine and a high-powered assault rifle, so you're probably going to be cut out pretty good. The only problem with the RPG is if you play as the Insurgents, you can get the standard rocket-propelled grenade 7, and that only has one grenade in it. And yeah, that sucks. It only has one grenade, because you are only allowed to use that one. You have to go back to your base to resupply and get ammo. It's very, yeah, kind of shitty that I had to do it, but you can get some teammates, you know, if they are willing to help, but it's Insurgency Sandstorm, so they're probably never gonna help. Basically, yeah, you can equip ammo carrier, I'm getting the two letters mixed up, but you can equip that. People can take ammo from you, not your personal ammo, the ammo you have stored in your backpack, I think it is. And then you can get more rockets from the person that plays that, but it's very rare. And how to see an ammo carrier: they can carry more ammo for themselves, and I think they can also give something to the team. But ammo carriers wear heavy backpacks, like very big chunky backpacks. That's how to distinguish a ammo carrier in the field, I guess. So yeah, as you can see in the gameplay, I'm not all too good with shooting. I missed multiple of my shots there, but that's also core of the gameplay. Yeah, the very high recoil this game has. I mean, the recoil is probably the highest I've ever seen anything in any game. You know, it's supposed to be realistic, but they kind of failed to make it realistic. And that really sucks, because I think everybody, you know, well, not everybody, but most people would want a realistic shooter game on PlayStation, but how's that gonna work? Because realistic shooters are only orientated for PC, sadly. And if you're gonna say, oh, well, there's Rainbow Six Siege, do not say Rainbow Six Siege is realistic. If you say that, you know you're lying. Because it's the exact opposite of realistic, I would say. I've never played Rainbow Six Siege and thought, wow, this game is immersive. In this game, sometimes it can be immersive. Sometimes, really just a select few times, you can actually feel like you're in combat. And there was this one guy, I think, on one of my teams. You know, he was having like his own little roleplay. But don't roleplay on the public team, because you're gonna ruin it for your teammates. Because, like, why would you roleplay in a public lobby? If you're gonna do that, like, you deserve to get shit-talked for being a gay. I'm probably not allowed to say that as well, but I really don't care. But yeah, you're gonna be shit-talked for, you know, being a homosexual person slur. That's the best I could come up with, basically, for what I can say. It's because I cannot say it regularly, because then, yeah, YouTube just demonetizes my video. It's probably still gonna get demonetized, so I would not be surprised if that happens. But do not roleplay on a public lobby. I know I've said it a lot, but just don't. I'll explain why. Because if you roleplay on a public lobby, you're gonna ruin it for your team. Because if you think, oh, yeah, because you're gonna think, oh, I'm the main character. All these other shit biscuits, yeah, they can all die. I really don't care. They're irrelevant. I'm the sole hero of this epic roleplay I've just made. You will never be the sole hero. It's just dumb saying, oh yeah, I'm the sole hero. You are supposed, even because if your teammates are good, you're gonna waste some good teammates. Like, if you can't cover them. If your teammates are shit, and you say, oh, well, my teammates are shit, I can roleplay. No, you're the shit player if you roleplay then, because you're gonna make your teammates even more shittier, since you aren't gonna give them anything to cover, and that's not their fault, that's your fault. So don't roleplay. Like, only if you have a pair of friends. If you have an entire friendly team full of friends, then it's okay, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very fucking hard. And I've been bitching about roleplays for I have no idea how many minutes, but just don't do them, please. The best part I like about this shot I got right here in the video is that the enemy is unaware of his surroundings. Always be aware of your surroundings. I learned that the hard way, and yeah, just look out for your surroundings. If you don't look out for your surroundings, you're basically fucked. That's the best I could say. Anyway, I'm gonna get also some tips for the classes. I'm gonna go over the demolitions class. Demolitions is basically a very big, chunky, bulky man walking around with an RPG and just going kabam, 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 kabam. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead. If you are accurate, that is. If you see a car, always shoot. Always shoot. Because you're gonna get a lot of kills. Depends on how many people are in there. But it also helps your team. Now, here's a clip of me playing Demolition. Alright. Here we're gonna get the kill. Can we get a replay of that? Absolutely remarkable. The RPG, the explosions in the game, so satisfying to use. So yeah, Demolitions for the win, baby. It's an amazing class. I highly recommend you to play it as well. And then we also have, yeah, the sniper class, I like to call it, because if you equip a high-powered rifle like the Mosin on the Insurgents, yeah, and the enemies are unaware as shit, despite them spotting you a few seconds ago, but thinking, oh yeah, they're not gonna shoot us because he's too scared. Yeah, you're gonna get lots of kills with the Mosin, and the Mosin is just all too satisfying to use. I mean, the pulling back on the bolt after you killed somebody, it's just the icing on the cake to have a satisfying gun. It's amazing. Now, anyway, I'm gonna be moving on to the bugs. There's a lot of these, There is a fucking lot of these in the pregame lobby. It isn't all too major of a bug, but yeah, your character, if you spin it, whilst it says select an appearance, your character will just clip through the appearance, and the appearance will just have a T-posing mode. It isn't all too big of a problem. It isn't going to affect any gameplay. Then we have another glitch, which is basically you cannot hear your gun sound. It's, you know, your gun just does not fire at all. You cannot hear it, so you don't know if the shot hit or not. Well, yeah, it's like that. You can there's also one where you can't hear enemy footsteps because the audio in this game is also very bugged. So that would basically make you very vulnerable to an attack right in your back, and that's, you know, from what I've experienced, very annoying, because you know you could have done something if the game wasn't all too shitty like that. But I've no idea if I'm the only one with this problem, and if I am, I just feel very shit about it, because I want to enjoy the game and I am unable to enjoy the game if that happens to me. Well, and by the way, there's a lot more bugs coming. There is a lot more bugs. There's also one where if you deploy with a gun, your scope doesn't load on it. Normally, the scope will appear on it a few seconds or half a minute later. But sometimes there's a glitch where it goes on for the entire game. You do not have any optics. Doesn't matter if you switch classes, switch guns, switch attachments. It just won't work. Your optic will just disappear. Your fucking grip will disappear. And the grip, it will still have the recoil control on it, but for the optic it isn't there, so the zooming in will be very awkward and just overall really shitty. But I hope they are gonna fix this bug. No idea if this happens for PlayStation 4 players. I mean 5 players, because you know, it was, I think I said at the beginning of the video, originally enhanced for the PlayStation 5, and now it's no longer enhanced for PlayStation 4 because they didn't really think about that, but they thought it was unfair, I think, or something, so they decided to not fix any of the bugs. Like, they just copied it over, but they only fixed the bug for PlayStation 5, I think, not for PlayStation 4. And that's very garbage. Now, see, my mouth is getting dry because I'm saying so many fucking bugs this game has. There's also a bug where your teammates, you know, they would not appear as teammates, and sometimes the skins also won't load in, because you can play as Insurgents, so somebody can be running a fucking security skin, and that's very distracting. And if the, you know, icon doesn't appear on time, you're gonna think, oh, that's an enemy. You're gonna shoot at them, you're gonna get a team killing penalty, and whenever you try to shoot, and whenever that person shoots back at you, you can't do anything. If you kill them after they shot back at you, you're gonna get killed as well, due to it being team killing then, and you already got the first warning, which means you will get all the damage inflicted on you, inflict on teammates, inflicted on you. And you have no idea how frustrating that is. I mean, if you have had this glitch, you will probably know how frustrating it is, because it's just fucking annoying to get a team killing penalty, and it's not your fault, it's the game's fault. Sure, you should wait for the icon to load in, but if you do that the entire time, waiting for every icon to load in, yeah, you're gonna get killed, because if that isn't a friendly, you know, yeah, they can just look at you, they can shoot you in the head, and you're dead. Now, the thing, I've no idea if this is, well, no idea if this is a bug for me personally or not, but there is no kill feed in the game, and I think that's good, actually. It is a bug, it's a good bug, because you're supposed to be focused on the game, not on what's happening on the top of your screen. Only if you are laying prone on the ground and somebody's walking there that isn't part of your team, you should be focusing on that. But, you know, just focusing on the kill feed the entire time is like saying, ooh, let me look, who got the kill with what? Yeah, you're gonna get distracted, and when you get distracted, you're gonna get killed. That's how this game works. And, well, yeah, that's the end for the bugs. I forgot to begin this at the end. I got to put this at the end when I was editing. But I'm going to be, you know, giving my final review of the game. I think it can be worth it if you have a PS5. Because it's probably, none of these glitches will happen on PS5, or they will happen less. And, you know, if you like games that crash, yeah, get this game. There's a way to fix it. You should put your resolution on your PS4 to 180p, and put whatever it's called again. I don't know, something with an R or something. No idea how to recall it. But you should put that off, so it will just stop, you know, having annoying fucking crashes every 5 seconds. Because it ruins the gameplay experience being crashed every 5 seconds due to the, you know, the game not being properly enhanced for the console you're playing on. It's just very shit. But I would recommend to buy it if you have a good PlayStation. Like, if you have a PlayStation 4, you're looking for a new game to play because you have no other games, you just got a PlayStation 4. I think it also might be because of the storage you have on your device, which causes the game to lag and sometimes, you know, crash. So if you have no games or a very, very small selection of games, I think you should get this game because it is going to be good for your collection if you know, like having, you know, shooters with a bit of a challenge. It's not like Call of Duty. You aren't going to go in there with the most hideous gun looking, like in the entire world. Well, you can still make the most hideous gun in the entire world in this game, don't get me wrong, but this is going to be something different from Call of Duty. You won't be rushing in with a, you know, PPSH and sledgehammer on your back, equipping the, you know, the price skin, aka the biggest war criminal in the entire world skin. You aren't going to be, you know, running around with that. You're just going to be, you know, running around with a sniper, a RPG, and some exotic guns, maybe even an assault rifle. And that's what I like about this game. Slow-paced or fast-paced, you can select. Your teammates can decide to be shit. It's going to be, you know, slow-paced. Your team is going to be good. It's going to be fast-paced. That was all for today's video. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hope you guys learned something. You probably didn't actually, because you should not be taking advice from me. But yeah, goodbye.